What is that Skull Project button in the bottom right corner? How do I unlock the Skull Project in Quasimorph? If you're wondering about this, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to tell you all about that classified strange project, how to unlock it, and put something that it's some sort of utility for your clones. Although before we can talk about the project, we must discuss Quasimorph. What it is, and more specifically, all about the Quasimorph's phases and levels. It's an intrinsic game mechanic of the utmost importance to the game since everything, and most specifically the newly added questline, is wrapped around it. In the galaxy map screen, when you select a destination, there's a description for each one. If you take your time to read it, we'll see that some of these are affected by Quasimorph. There's a quasimorphic activity ongoing or active status. Currently, the exception is Mars and its satellites, due to a yet unknown reason related to the story of the game. If you ran any contracts on Venus, Earth or Mercury, or any of its satellites, you've probably noticed that the Q-morphosis levels raises with every turn passed. You've probably also seen some very weird demons appearing and bursting out of regular bodies. This is a side effect of the Quasimorph phase called Ecolapse. There are 5 different Q-morphosis phases, starting at Absentia, which is the complete absence of it to begin with, through Somnia, Grasp, Intrusion, Plenum, Alteration, Q-morphos, and finally, Rapture. You'll notice that the music also changes as these phases grow, increasing in tempo and rhythm as you go. You can see the details for each phase just above the Skull Project button. It will show you what is the current phase, in how many turns the next phase will start on the bottom. The chance of these demons appearing at the top is described with Ecolapse change, and some more details of their characteristics and power. Before you ask, yes, many consumable items in the game lower the Q-morphosis level. The most common are cigarettes or morphine, but be aware that there are also many items which will instead grow it faster, like consuming human meat. And this is how deep we'll go into Quasimorph and Brahm Fatura lore, but if I spiked your interest, I truly suggest you search around and read some more because it is truly something fascinating. Now let's answer the million-dollar question of how we unlock the Skull Project. Very simply in 3 steps. 1. We kill a Baron. 2. We pick up the pact that they always drop. 3. We absorb said pact. Done. We now unlock the Skull Project and you can see the details on its window. Each of these Quasimorph affected planets and satellites will have a reigning Baron. Let's call them bosses to make it easier. On Venus you'll have Genix, in Mercury Shartamakum, and on Earth you'll have Dugur. Whenever you reach 1000 Q-morphosis level, Rapture phase will kick in. It will glitch, a boss will greet you, spawn on the map and soon start moving toward you. This is probably a great time to say, if you still haven't, subscribe to the channel because I'll be talking some more about Baron killing strats. Whenever you kill said boss, the phase will reset to Absentia with no Q-morphosis active level, and you'll see a skull item rotating on the ground for you to loot. Each of these bosses has specific pacts. For every kill, one random pact is always dropped. These pacts are nothing other than a special skill you can use, sort of like an ultimate for your clone that you'll be able to use with a Q hotkey. I'm not going to lie to you, some of them are completely worthless, others a bit more useful, but all of them are cool as hell. If you then right click the item, it will show the absorb action. When consumed, this pact is then always available on the clone. Even after it dies, it will still be there for that specific clone. Make sure you are really confident on the one you want for the clone, otherwise you'll need to pray to RNG gods to be able to substitute it. There is a special quasimorphic artifact called Breaking the Pact, created exactly for this purpose. It's not very common, but I can tell you that in the current version of the game, just shy of 20 hours played, I found and looted 2. It's used in the exact same way. You right click it, select Break the Pact, and your clone is once again with no pact associated, no special skill on Q hotkey and nothing in the Skull Project. Good as new. The only downside in doing it is that you also lose the pact since each one can only be absorbed once. There are some nice pacts, but the vast majority are very situational and most of them have huge drawbacks. Paying their usage in health or having that Q-Morphosis level raise a lot might not always be the smart choice. However, from time to time they do help out and have an okay purpose with crowd control. As an example, the first one you always get if you follow the game's questline is Serpent Song, a pact with Ganex. With it, you can select any hostile human like a powerful manager using a strong weapon in a room full of other enemies and turn him into your ally for 10 whole turns. It can be quite powerful if used correctly at the right time, but it doesn't come without a huge drawback. Your clone dodge is reduced by 200% for 20 turns. Also, there's always a use penalty you must pay. In this case, with every use of the skill, the Quasimorphosis level rises instantly by 200. I hope I was able to show you what the whole Skull project is, so now have fun making pacts with the devil and paying him in blood. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you've liked this video. On the topic of farming bosses, my go-to class is almost always Scout of Hades. Learn more about this super powerful starter class in this video right here. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye!